This past Wednesday night, AEW presented a segment that fans have been waiting for about 2-3 years now. And no, I'm not talking about the very entertaining Bar Mitzvah celebration of the current AEW World Champion in MJF. Like I said, pure entertainment. And if you ask me, AEW should focus more on, not completely obviously, but should focus more on doing some more of those segments, because those are segments that people remember. But I digress. AEW presented an in-ring confrontation, an in-ring exchange with their 4 male called pillars of AEW, of All Elite Wrestling. That was current AEW World Champion MJF, multi-time TNT Champion Sammy Guevara, multi-time TNT Champion Darby Allin, and former World Tag Team Champion in Jungle Boy. And I say male pillars because I believe that one of the biggest pillars AEW has right now is the doctor herself, Britt Baker, DMD. And to borrow something from LA Knight, yeah. But overall, this segment served its purpose. It presented us with the idea that this upcoming Sunday, I believe May 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada, at Double or Nothing, AEW World Champion Maxwell Jacob Friedman will defend his world title in a fatal 4-way match at that pay-per-view. I think that it's safe to say that that match is set in stone. Even though it's not official yet, I firmly believe that is the road we are heading towards when it comes to the main event title scene for AEW. And to put it as simply and as short as possible, right now, the way this stands, the way these 4 men are being presented on AEW TV, this is the only way this match could be presented or even put together for the pay-per-view. Because Jungle Boy, he just got off a feud with Christian Cage, but he is not a world title contender on his own. Darby Allin, he just got his ass whooped by Samoa Joe. He's not a world title contender. Sammy Guevara, fantastic in the ring, does a lot of crazy stuff inside that squared circle. But he is widely considered to be, along with Jake Hager, a running joke in the Jericho Appreciation Society. Now, he can back it up in the ring sometimes for the most part, but again, on his own, he is not a one-on-one singles competitor, singles threat to the World Championship. And as a matter of fact, if any of these men was presented one-on-one against MJF at the pay-per-view for the world title, it'd be safe to say that MJF would walk out hands down, still world champion. Little to no sweat. Because that's just how that's just how good MJF is right now compared to these other 3 men. Now, heading into Double or Nothing, I see 2 options. Right now, things might change. We're still over 2 months away from the pay-per-view at Double or Nothing. And for all I know, this fatal 4-way match might happen on a random episode of Dynamite, which I think would be a big mistake, but we'll just wait and see. But for now, the way these 4 men are being presented to the casual wrestling viewer, to the hardcore wrestling viewer that watches Dynamite each and every single Wednesday night, there are only 2 options here. And that is either one of these 3 men pin or submit one of the others of the 3 men, and they walk out as the AEW World Champion, and MJF is not involved in the decision, but his title reign is cut short. Because like I said, I don't believe any of these men can actually beat MJF right now in their careers. Or MJF walks into Double or Nothing in the Fatal 4-Way match. We get the back and forth. We get the near falls. We get the illusion that MJF can lose the title because he doesn't have to be involved in the decision. But in the end of it all, he walks out still the world champion. And it is just, in my opinion, it is just a way for AEW to extend his title reign just a little bit further, which again would make this whole feud, this whole rivalry, this whole 2 months leading into Double or Nothing a transitional part of his feud, a transitional part of his reign, which there's nothing wrong with that. Time is going to pass. Let it pass, let it be entertaining, and let this match happen. Nothing is a waste of time if you put any effort into it, and I believe Tony Khan and the 4 men involved in this world title match can do that. But overall, if you ask me, other than the fact that the Fatal 4-Way match at Double or Nothing, if it does become official, if it does happen, is going to be entertaining as hell. And the back and forth and the segments that we're going to see in the coming weeks on Dynamite and Rampage are going to be entertaining as hell. I would have preferred MJF to go up against Hangman Adam Page or a Kenny Omega at Double or Nothing. Because then as a fan, as a wrestling fan, both casual and hardcore wrestling fan, I actually believe in the back of my head MJF could actually lose straight up, clean at Double or Nothing. He could lose the world title clean. Because I believe that Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page right now are the only singles threats, believable threats to ending MJF's title reign. Hell, maybe even Wardlow, but Wardlow has to deal with Powerhouse Hobbs and the TNT Championship still. But overall, again, AEW has done a magnificent job of building their homegrown stars up. MJF, Jungle Boy, Sammy Guevara, Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, Hangman Adam Page as well, Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Jade Cargill. Tony Khan is booking these younger AEW talent so well that as a hardcore wrestling fan, or as a part of the IWC rather, they can carry this company for the next 5 to 10 years, and they can be a part of the main event for years and years to come. Now, on the casual side of things, on the mainstream side of things, I do believe that MJF needs a Hangman Adam Page or a Kenny Omega at the pay-per-view to really sell the pay-per-view, to really sell the threat to his world title reign. And that's just on me. That's just what I think. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with it. I'm sure a lot of you don't. And like I said, nothing is a waste of time. Even if you're just a transitional champion, or even if it's just a transitional feud, if it entertains you, it's not a waste of time. And I think that this Fatal 4-Way, whatever's going to be leading up into the pay-per-view at Double or Nothing, it's going to bring in a lot of rave reviews from fans and from newer people watching the product alike. So with that said, if that's the road Tony Khan is going towards with Double or Nothing, I'm completely okay with it. I'm psyched for it. I am ready for the weeks to come, and I'm ready for the Fatal 4-Way match in Las Vegas, Nevada. But with that said, what do you think? Do you agree with me with the fact that this is just a transitional feud to extend MJF's reign with the championship? Or do you actually believe Tony Khan might actually pull a trigger and make Darby Allin, Sammy Guevara, or Jungle Boy the world champion when May 28th comes? Leave that in the comments section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk. Tune in later on tonight to Dynamite on TBS to see what else transpires in this feud, in this rivalry, to see the fallout from that segment, 4 pillars, male pillars of AEW. So with that said, thank you, and I'll see you next time.